Time now to talk business with our partners 2 Degrees, and we're starting overseas with those tiers that we showed you from Rachel Reeves, the equivalent of the Finance Minister over in the UK, moving the bond markets. Yes, they were powerful tiers overnight, and Garth Bray from BusinessDesk is with us. Garth, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
So literally the tiers that moved markets.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in the UK. Part of the background to the pressure that's happening there is that some changes to a welfare bill that they put through probably are going to push the amount of borrowing that the UK government has to do up by $6, $7, maybe $11 billion equivalent. So obviously they're going to need to borrow. But if we take a look at a wee chart that I borrowed from our friends at the BBC, which hopefully will flash up there shortly, that is the 10-year bond rate or gilt rate, and you can see the point there at the end where parliamentary questions start and the tiers start, and look at it, ba-boom, up through the roof, a material 0.1%. And so that has, I guess, sparked a lot of speculation that maybe she was in trouble, and it took a lot of reassurance from the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, to say, no, she's still safe in her job before that started to head back down. That might ripple through to our own market later today. We'll watch out.
Quite intense, really. Now, she has said, just by way of clarification, there is a private matter going on here. There's a personal issue. That's why I'm crying.
There's lots going on. I mean, she's talked about, she was seen talking to another MP as she walked in saying, I'm just under so much pressure at the moment. There's clearly, a lot of scrutiny going on.
Yeah, there is. And they've made a whole bunch of concessions on the welfare stuff, which is why it's going to get more expensive for them.
Very.
All right, let's come back home now. Toll roads. We've got the government scoping out the private sector, because at the moment it's NZTA, isn't it, that sends you your letter saying you've got to pay your tolls.
Or that you can set an account up with or whatever. And that's been the case for the Northern Gateway and the two tollways that run in Tauranga at the moment. They may look at adding those to the list of companies, places that companies could collect tolls on behalf of the government for, as well as 3 new ones that are being scoped out, roads of national significance. We're talking one north of Levin and another couple, one in Tauranga and I think Penlink as well, north of Auckland. And I guess this is just a way of saying, hey, look, is there some expertise that you could bring in that would do it better, that could tie it all together so you've just got maybe one gadget, one device. Bit of a warning though, I mean in New South Wales they just introduced a rebate scheme over there for drivers who are paying between $60 and $400 a week for tolls. Shows you where things can go.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they have good roads, but they do pay for them, don't they? Someone has to. Why is it that the government has to do it now? Is it just that we haven't really opened it up to private competition before?
I guess it's one of those things, right? At one point you let a government agency run it, and another point maybe it gets to the scale where you go, hey, maybe there are some people out there that can do some smarter things.
Perhaps they can do it better.
Maybe.
Just look at Blue Bridge and the ferries. We've been talking to them this morning. Now, state-owned enterprises not doing well. You wouldn't get this in the private sector. Not performing well, but the chief executive pays keep going up.
Well, I think we write about those stories as well too, don't we? But this was, I think, Simeon Brown asked for this sort of scoping when he came in as Minister and wanted to look at state-owned enterprises. And Treasury's picked out 4 in particular where it says, look, your financial performance seems to be dropping, but yet your CEO seems to be getting paid more. And those 4, I think we could even name names here, were Assure Quality, Landcorp, Quotable Value and Transpower. Although Transpower got a bit of a reprieve because they were basically had poorer than expected performance, but a lot of that might have been regulatory changes, so maybe not all their fault. And Landcorp saying, oh, look, we're on track for amazing profits as farm values and values off farm come on in, and so look for good things next year.
You'd have to be terrible at farming to make a loss at dairy farming to make a loss at a time like this, I would have thought.
Well, and sheep and beef as well. So
yeah, true.
That's exposed to some different pressures.
Garth, thank you very much for coming in. Good to see you. Garth Bray, Business Desk with us this morning, and we talk business every day thanks to our partners at 2 Degrees.